Do you ever lay awake at night wondering how you can protect your loved ones, especially if they have special needs in case of your passing? Well, if you've been wondering that, you're in the right place. Welcome to Wait a Financial Minute. I am Ann Babiars, and I am here with Michael A. Babiars, my guest. He is a retired attorney, and he is going to help us sort out this very issue. Welcome to the show, Michael.
Well, thank you. And this issue is a challenging one. It's one I dealt with many times throughout my years in private practice because one of my areas of concentration was estate planning and estate planning for folks that had beneficiaries, whether they're family or friends, that perhaps have needs that need to be dealt with in specific ways. What do I mean by this? Perhaps you have a beneficiary that has some sort of physical or mental disability or are differently enabled perhaps, and they may never be able to manage their own money or have difficulty with some of the activities of daily living. Perhaps you have beneficiaries that have problems with drugs or alcohol. Perhaps you have beneficiaries that just have trouble managing money. They're spendthrift is the old-fashioned phrase we kind of use for that. Or perhaps you have beneficiaries that are making other questionable choices or in difficult marriages or have, again, situations, whether it's within that person's control or without, that you still want to benefit that person in your estate plan, but you need to be mindful of what your beneficiaries' needs may be. And this is not a time for sentimentality. It's really a time for hard-nosed appraisal. And so what I would encourage folks to do when they're looking at strategies, plans, to make sure that their assets are protected, whether you're a millionaire or a modest means person, you want what you have and you've worked so hard to earn to go to the right people and to make sure they can utilize it and make sure that it is used for their benefit. And the first step to doing that is doing that appraisal of what your beneficiaries are like. You need to understand them, because when you truly understand and meet them where they are, not where you would hope they would be, but where they currently are and where you believe they will be in a rational, fact-based way of looking at things. That's really the first key step to making sure that those assets, again, modest or major, get to those beneficiaries in the manner in which you intend.
Thank you. That's very informative. It's tough to make those choices sometimes, but they do need to be made if you want to have a functional plan. So thank you for weighing in on that. Would you mind sharing with the listeners a little bit about your background?
Oh, sure, absolutely. Well, as mentioned earlier, estate planning was one of my areas of concentration in my 25 plus years of private practice, where I owned my own law firm in the suburbs of Chicago. And I did a lot of teaching during that time and continue to teach to this very day, even after retiring from the practice of law. I've taught everything from a collegiate level to adult education, to private schools, to corporate trainings. And although I don't give legal advice anymore, don't meet with clients, don't practice law, I still teach. I love to teach. It allows me to help individuals who, can benefit from my expertise and my background through an educational format, whether it be courses or whether it be a program like the one you have right now.
Thank you. Yes, and for anybody who wants to dig a little bit deeper into these topics, we have a course below, Protect Yourself and Your Assets. You can click on the link to find out more about that. And if you're enjoying these videos, please hit like, subscribe to our channel, and ring the notification bell. And once again, thank you for being with us today, Michael, and thank you, audience, for tuning in.